Dear all, this is Chandramouli, your project management consultant. In this video, we will discuss about perform integrated change control process. The change requests raised from different processes are used as an input in the perform integrated change control process. The change requests are reviewed in this process, and the approved change requests are input to the direct and manage project work process, which implements the change request. Perform integrated change control process is performed from project inception through completion. It includes the following change management activities. 1. Identifying that a change needs to occur or has occurred. 2. Influencing the factors that circumvent integrated change control, so that only approved changes are implemented. 3. Reviewing and approving requested changes. 4. Managing the approved changes, when and as they occur, by regulating the flow of requested changes. 5. Maintaining the integrity of baselines by releasing only approved changes, for incorporation into project products or services, and maintaining their related configurations and planning documentation. 6. Reviewing and approving all recommended corrective and preventive actions. 7. Controlling and updating the scope, cost, budget, schedule, and quality requirements based upon approved changes. 8. Documenting the complete impact of requested changes. 9. Validating defect repair. 10. Controlling project quality to standards based on quality reports. A configuration management system with integrated change control provides a standardized, effective and efficient way to centrally manage approved changes and baselines within a project. Configuration control is focused on the specification of both the deliverables and processes, while change control is focused on identifying, documenting and controlling changes to the product and the project baseline. Some of the configuration management activities included in the integrated change control process are as follows. Number 1. Configuration identification. Number 2. Configuration status accounting. Number 3. Configuration verification and audit. The change request is submitted. It is analyzed by the Change Control Board. The recommendations of the Change Control Board are forwarded. The project manager, or the review board, makes the decision on the change, whether to approve or not approve. No action is taken if the change request is not approved. If the change request is approved, then the change is incorporated. The status of the change request, approved or not approved, and the action taken if approved, are communicated to the stakeholders. The project manager need to focus on not only managing the changes, but proactively eliminate the need for changes. Steps to be followed if a change is requested by a customer. Number 1. Evaluate and assess the change. How is the change going to impact the project? Number 2. Discuss with team members about the best way to handle the changes. Is it possible to crash, fast track, etc.? Also, try to determine what would be the implication of the change, for example change in scope, schedule, cost, quality, etc. Number 3. Inform customer about the implication of the changes. Number 4. If customer still wants the changes, discuss with the management sponsor and other stakeholders. Number 5. Based on their inputs, if the change is warranted, a change control will need to be formally opened, necessary approvals received, and then the team can work on the required changes. Change control system is a collection of formal, note, not informal, documented procedures, that defines how project performance will be monitored and evaluated. It includes the A. Paperwork, B. Tracking systems, C. Processes, and D. Approval levels needed for authorizing change. In many cases, the change control system of the performing organization can be adopted as is for use by the project. Includes a group responsible for approving or rejecting proposed changes. Defined classes of changes can sometimes be automatically approved. All changes must be documented. Changes change the project baselines. Let us see the outputs of Perform Integrated Change Control Process. The first output of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the approved change requests. Change requests are processed, according to the change control system, by the project manager, CCB, or by an assigned team member. Approved change requests will be implemented through the direct and manage project work process. The disposition of all change requests, approved or not, will be updated in the change log, as part of updates to the project documents. The next output of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the change log. A change log is used to document changes that occur in a project. These changes and their impact to the project, in terms of time, cost, and risk, are communicated to the appropriate stakeholders. Rejected change requests are also captured in the change log. The next output of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the Project Management Plan updates. Elements of the Project Management Plan that may be updated include any subsidiary plans and baselines that are subject to the formal change control process. Changes to baselines should only show the changes from the current time forward. Past performance may not be changed. This protects the integrity of the baselines and the historical data of past performance. Let us see the tools and techniques of Perform Integrated Change Control Process. The first tools and techniques of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the expert judgment. In addition to the project management team's expert judgment, stakeholders may be asked to provide their expertise, and may be asked to sit on the Change Control Board, CCB. Such judgment and expertise are applied to any technical and management details during this process, and may be provided by various sources. The next tools and techniques of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is Change Control Tools. In order to facilitate configuration and change management, manual or automated tools may be used. Tools selection should be based on the needs of the project stakeholders, including organizational and environmental considerations and/or constraints. Data analysis techniques that can be used for this process include alternative analysis and cost-benefit analysis. Alternatives analysis technique is used to assess the requested changes, and decide which are accepted, rejected, or need to be modified to be finally accepted. Cost-benefit analysis helps to determine if the requested change is worth its associated cost. The next tools and techniques of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the meetings. In this case, these meetings are usually referred to as change control meetings. When needed for the project, a Change Control Board, CCB, is responsible for meeting and reviewing the change requests, and approving, rejecting, or other disposition of those changes. The CCB may also review configuration management activities. The roles and responsibilities of these boards are clearly defined and agreed upon by appropriate stakeholders, and documented in the Change Management Plan. CCB decisions are documented and communicated to the stakeholders for information and follow-up actions. Let us see the inputs of Perform Integrated Change Control Process. The first input of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the Project Management Plan. Elements of the Project Management Plan that may be used include, but not limited to, Scope Management Plan, which contains the procedures for scope changes, Scope Baseline, which provides product definition, Change Management Plan, which provides the direction for managing the change control process and documents the formal Change Control Board, CCB. Changes are documented and updated within the Project Management Plan as part of the change and configuration management processes. The next input of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the Work Performance Reports. Work performance reports of particular interest to the Perform Integrated Change Control Process include resource availability, schedule and cost data, and earned value management (EVM) reports, burn-up or burn-own charts. The next input of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the change requests. All of the monitoring and controlling processes, and many of the executing processes produce change requests as an output. Change requests may include corrective action, preventive action, and defect repairs. The next input of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the Enterprise Environmental Factors. The Project Management Information System may include the scheduling software tool, a configuration management system, an information collection and distribution system, or web interfaces to other online automated systems. The next input of Perform Integrated Change Control Process is the Organizational Process Assets. The organizational process assets may include change control procedures, including the steps by which official organization standards, policies, plans, and other project documents will be modified, and how any changes will be approved, validated, and implemented. Procedures for approving and issuing change authorizations. Process measurement database used to collect and make available measurement data on process and products. Project documents, for example, scope, cost, and schedule baselines, project calendars, project schedule network diagrams, risk registers, planned response actions, and define risk impact. Configuration management knowledge base containing the versions and baselines of all official organization standards, policies, procedures, and any project documents. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much for watching this video.